Welcome back. We've got a 2006 Porsche Cayman S in the shop. Needs a little bit of love, so stay tuned. So before we ever brought this Porsche Cayman in the shop, we climbed underneath it and took a bunch of measurements. We measured the tub to make sure what was bent and where it was bent. Now from the firewall back, this car's perfect. All the suspension points are where they're supposed to be. The tub is square and all the measurements equal out. But the firewall forward, it's a different story. This thing's bent and it needs a little bit of love. So we've got to make the front end perfect like the back end. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to clamp this thing down on the frame machine, pull the front end to measurements, cut off all the damaged parts, and start replacing it with OEM Porsche parts. So Porsche Caymans have belly pans, and these belly pans are interfering with the way the clamps for the frame machine bolt up to the car. So let's get these belly pans taken off and out of the way. We like to pull the main ECU out of these cars before we do any welding or anything, just to verify that there's not going to be any arcing or destroying of that ECU. Alright, so we've got some of the parts off the front of this car. We do have to pull off the brake booster and get the suspension and also get the gas tank out before we start pulling on it. So we're going to do that next. Alright, so we took the fuel neck out of the fuel tank so we can get siphon the fuel out of this thing, and now we're going to drop the suspension in the fuel tank. You got something to drain this into? Where's that drain pan at? That black one.
You what?
Where's that black drain pan at?
Right here.
Don't go thinking love is lost. We don't have to watch it fall. We can put back together our hearts, yeah. Don't be scared, just take my hand. So much we can't understand. When did you get filled with doubt? So easy to give it all up when it gets a little tough. But just hold on to me. Don't let go of but just hold on to me.
Alright, so we're going to have to pull this tub out a little bit because it is putting the gas tank in a bind. So we're going to pull it out to relieve it from a bind, and we'll be able to drop the gas tank out. We got the fuel tank out of this thing, we got the suspension off of it, now we can start pulling on it. We got the initial pull done, and we took some more measurements just to make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Now we're going to take a Sawzall and start cutting off some of this bad metal to give us some more room to work. There, let me show you. This is pretty cool to me. This had a kink here, and we were pulling it out. It just split. It didn't even pull the kink out. It just tore the metal. It's a lot of force for that metal just to split like that. Alright, so we took the windshield out of this thing, and we put a burn blanket in the hole to protect the interior. Now we're going to take a wire wheel and start cleaning off all the seam sealer on all the seams, which will expose all the spot welds that we either need to drill or grind away so we can remove all of the small excess pieces of the damaged metal. All right, so we got most of the front end cut apart. It's getting late, so we're going to call it a day, and we're going to come in the morning and cut these top rails loose. We got all the damaged metal cut off this thing. Let me show you what our plans are moving forward. So the strut towers measured out. They are where they are supposed to be. So we're not going to replace them, but we are replacing this top rail cover here on both sides. The frame rail sits in this pocket here and goes all the way back to the firewall. We're going to be replacing those on both sides. We're also going to be replacing the outer skin that sits on the outside of the frame rail on both sides. And from this point forward, this whole tub area, which will be sitting right about there, we're replacing that.
When I was young, I was poor. After many years of hard work, I'm just no longer young.
All right, so that's going to be about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, hit that like button and share it with your friends. If you have any thoughts or questions, you can leave it in the comment section down below. And if this is the first time you're ever seeing me, consider subscribing and clicking on the bell icon. That way you won't miss any future content. The next video in this series, we should be getting a lot more work done on this Porsche Cayman, so keep an eye out for that. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. See you! And everything's, we measured everything to see where everything, you say everything one more time, it'd be awesome.